The Leo and Danny Show.
When are you guys doing a show? When are you doing a show again?
Well, we just tried to do one, but the Fatsos canceled it.
Yeah, they won't cancel if we do it
How
again.
did they cancel it? They got that much pull.
They got
fourth wall pushed out.
They got fourth. They called fourth wall, and they wrote him, and he canceled. And then there was this other venue, forgetting the name of it.
He got contacted by the Sun. Like we got an article written about it from the Sun.
Yeah. Now
Has it hurt your viewership or your Patreon, or has it only helped it?
It's only helped.
Helped. Absolutely helped.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like being canceled is the new
That's the bump you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a mark of, it's like a badge of honor. Like, oh, this person is like part of the, like if you're getting canceled for saying like offensive comedy or whatever.
Yeah.
Then
Now
it's
you're
just like,
part of-
okay, this guy doesn't give a fuck. I'll watch his
Because
shit.
now you're part of counterculture, and that was part of the thing. Like the liberal movement used to be the counterculture back in the
exactly.
day, and now the canceled people are the new counterculture.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Like these fucking, like my girlfriend and I we saw like some fat 60-year-old lady walking her dog down the street, and she had purple hair. And my girlfriend and I were just like, we know this lady went to CVS and was just so proud of herself when she put that dye in her hair, blow dried it off, and was like, now I'm a real rebel. And, she put it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not a rebel when the CEO of Amazon and Coca-Cola agree with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? Like having the BLM card link in your Instagram bio is not rebellious because Netflix and Hulu have the Black Stories tab on their shit now.
Isn't it crazy now? Like now the liberals are towing the government line.
Yes.
It was always the fucking opposite. The 60s and 70s, even the 80s. But now it's fucking reversed. I mean, everything's goddamn this bizarre world right now.
And I've tried to, because I am such just like a rebellious character. Since I was in elementary school, I was the guy getting thrown out of class and suspended. I got expelled from high school. It is so easy for me to just be like, I hate the left, because I live in California. So you alluded to this earlier, that if we lived in like Tennessee and shit, I would start hating those people. I would start hating the right,
for sure.
because we would see the extreme fringes of the right that suck equally as bad. So I'm trying to listen to more balanced sources for my news now, because I have gotten to the point where I'm just like, everything is like, if it's right, it must be good, because I hate the left so much.
I get that. Like I was in Austin, which is it's the Blue Stripe in Texas.
Yeah.
And I was at like a health food store, and there was like this Indian family in front of me, like mother, father, and kids, like buying their food. And they left, and I went up there, and this woman goes like, this neighborhood's changed a lot, huh?
Oh my God.
Which is like this and I'm looking at her like, really? Is that a thing? Are we worried about nice Indian families in your fucking stupid ass suburb of Austin, you dumb bitch?
Yeah, well,
that's crazy.
They might poach a couple buffalo here and there, but other than that, you need to go be.
Were they red dot Indian or?
They're
or
red
feather,
dot.
okay.
Yeah, that was the joke.
I don't think you'll ever see. I don't think you'll ever see 4 red dot Indians alive together. You know what I mean? You have to like travel.
Or you mean Native American Indians?
Yes.
Yeah, you mean feathered?
Yes, Native Americans
with like the baby sling on their back and shit.
I'm
Like,
also sick of like colonialism getting a bad rap. Like, thank God for colonialism.
Yeah.
It's what gave us civilization and a lot of culture.
Where it is
People
now.
like thousands of years ago, the person. Shut up.
It's like where are we gonna get our raw materials? I want gold on my watch, and if 50,000 black kids have to die for it, and so be it. That was a joke.
That was the line. That was the fucking line. You found it once again.
Obviously, I don't wear gold watches. But yeah, that's something I was researching for a bit we have coming up. I've got this super liberal character I'm going to do, and he's got this theory about where racism came from. But in researching slavery, like a lot of the things I would see are that, first of all, it was like the Arabs were the original decimators. Actually, the original decimators of Africa were the Egyptians, who would just enslave other Africans. And Egyptians
were also black,
and so were the Egyptians.
Right. Yeah,
that was the original thing. And then the Arabs got to it way before the Europeans got to it. And every fucking European country, even the angelic, at least as the left sees them, Scandinavian countries, all of them were in on it too. So if you think everything's perfect in Norway because healthcare, no, they had fucking slaves. And America, don't get me wrong, fucking slavery is fucking awful. And a lot of people in America, the things we have done in the civil rights period, a lot of shit was fucking awful for black people. Absolutely agree. But you still have to realize that America is great and that everybody wants to be here for a reason. And we shouldn't just piss all over the Constitution and start anew because some people were assholes in this country a while ago.
There's this weird theory that like every other country, borders were made just from like handshake agreements, and like thumbs up and just rivers and shit. No, every country was made by war and genocide and slavery. That was what was for dinner in fucking civilization up until like 1980. I think like Africa banned slavery in 1980. You know what I mean? So it's completely fucked that we have this idea that America is this like the arbiter of everything shitty and evil in the world. But people will never look back at the history books and learn because they don't want to.
Yeah.
They don't want to know the truth.
What is it? Like, I've been thinking about this. I was really high all weekend, just snacking on edibles, and I was getting paranoid, and I was like, I'm sorry, Bill, if you have to go, we'll wrap this up soon. But yeah, I can't help but thinking that it feels so artificial. Like the way that companies and the way like the tech giants and everybody now is just everybody's a racist, diversity above everything, BLM. There's got to be 2 national anthems at the football game. It's like, who is doing this? Is this like China doing this so we're focusing on retarded shit instead of actually educating our children? I mean, does the grade school curriculum have to be more gender than history or mathematics just so Russia and China can kick our ass? Like, is this them on our social media platforms?
Yes.
Like, it feels like bad actors from the outside.
Right.
Like, it feels like they're behind all of this.
Yes.
A lot of it is if you divide a group of people or the country, then they can't combine against a common enemy.
Right.
So, like, if they can get all of us to just fight each other willy-nilly, the left and the right, then the people who are actually in charge, like Joe Biden and shit, they can just do whatever they want because they don't really give a fuck about either way.
Well, also, like, you trick people into thinking that they're making the compassionate choice because everyone wants to feel like they're better and everyone wants to feel like they're compassionate. If you say, this way, critical race theory, gender theory, all this is about being compassionate to those less fortunate and those disenfranchised. It will naturally make people feel like they got to stand up for it. And then you just go down the slippery slope.
And then also, there's no better way to silence somebody than calling them a racist.
Oh, yeah.
So you can dispose of your enemies like this.
Yeah.
It's very powerful, this fucking race thing we got going on right now.
Also, a lot of people, they don't even really care about politics that much, so they just see the guy who's offering free money and likes the gays and the blacks, and they're like, oh, I'll vote for that guy. It's a much simpler argument than, tax theory, if you da-da-da-da-da. People don't want to listen to that.
Yeah. I mean, that's been around forever, though. Like the Democrats, you just tell people they have to work less and you'll get the vote. But like right now, this whole thing with like our educational systems, it leaked at Google. Ben Shapiro was talking about this. They had this pyramid of genocide, and at the base, so at Google, they're educating people and saying that if you are just politically neutral, if you don't have opinions on various topics like BLM, police brutality, you're contributing to genocide, according to Google. That's the bottom layer of the pyramid, just being apathetic. And then the next level up is Ben Shapiro, Republican speakers. They say that's like the next level, getting closer to a Klansman.
Yeah.
So nowadays, you don't even have the right, if you work at a big company, to not care about politics.
Yeah, it's become from you vote for this group if you're compassionate or whatever. And now it's more of, if you don't vote for this group, you're a racist. Like, if someone finds out you voted for Trump, then to, like, about 40% of the fucking population of the country, they immediately just think you're a piece of shit who probably hates brown people.
I think if, like, LA liberals found out how many black Republicans there actually are in the world,
so many.
their heads would explode. I meet them every fucking day. They're everywhere, and they just don't talk about it.
Yep.
Well, fucking Larry Elder, though, it's insane, the press coverage of him. And,
Black face of white supremacy.
Yeah.
He's the black face of white supremacy, exactly.
Yeah, I saw the clip surfaced of him getting egged by a chick in a monkey mask, too.
Yeah.
Like a hardcore liberal girl was wearing a monkey mask throwing eggs at a black politician.
And then she, like, punched one of his staff.
They're so tolerant. Yeah, you should pull that clip up. It's fucking
It's
gnarly.
fucking great.
Dude, I saw that clip and I wanted to be there. I wanted to
Did
jump
she
to
have
the
an
screen.
argument for the monkey mask that wasn't racist?
It was unexplained, and so I don't know if that was actually her intention. Might have just been to be anonymous, and all she had was her gorilla mask that day.
I think that might have been what it was.
But I mean, was it though? It seems to be a pretty hefty
You could
coincidence.
just
Maybe
wear
not,
a fucking mask.
but it just seems like so
you could wear a COVID mask.
dumb.
Yeah, we're gonna pull this up right now for the audience to see, and then Bill's got to get out of here, and I think that's gonna be a show. Yeah, this girl, everybody's gonna want to kill her.
But I feel like she hasn't been doxxed. You don't hear her
Come over
name?
here. Come over here. Wear these headphones. I've already seen this.
The
Press pause real quick,
California
Austin. Let's let Bill hear this because I've already seen it. It's just infuriating. A girl with the very bright hair over to the right.
In the fucking gorilla mask.
Yeah.
Race really heats up. A protester threw an egg at
She
Republican
missed. That's
candidate
the
Larry
consequences of
Elder
wearing a gorilla
today
mask.
Wow.
as he walked in Venice. It forced him to cut his campaign short as security quickly whisked him away.
Did they not show the full clip? She
Yeah,
like,
they didn't
punches
show
the
it.
guy in the
Yeah, they
face.
didn't show. That's the most infuriating part.
That's so annoying.
Hey, check this out. Hey,
Oh, we gotta get Google Platinum or whatever, YouTube Platinum on this. What is it called? Fucking no ads.
Google Premium, I
There
think.
we go. That was close.
YouTube Premium.
Oh, we don't need the whole friggin' march across the bridge.
I'm trying to see if it's a before or after where they
Yeah, they're good in the middle.
threw it. I don't know. This might not even show the clip. I don't even see the poor girl in the monkey mask. Yeah, this doesn't even show it. This is how YouTube is. If you ever try to find anything, they'll
Yeah, YouTube doesn't want to let that.
they
get out
don't
there
let
too
that
much.
shit show, man.
let's see gorilla.
This one's in like
Here it is.
Sky News with weird music.
There we go. Can you hear the audio?
Yeah. And then they cut
Oh
Oh.
man.
Wait, there's more. There's more. Can you scrub through? Yeah, they don't even show. This girl is. I mean, she assaults one of Larry Elder's security guys. Here we go.
There you go.
Oh.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
She should be in jail.
Like,
Yes.
dude, if someone did that to like fucking Kamala Harris or some shit, people would lose their mind.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. And this is a person who, I don't know if she has a DUI or if she's just impoverished, but she's riding a bicycle. She's riding a fucking bicycle. Like, I mean, this girl shouldn't be able to vote, much less throw eggs at people and wear a gorilla mask.
Cares about the environment.
Oh yeah. Oh,
but she's
you're right.
anti-animal.
You're
She has
right.
eggs.
All right. Well,
Versus a white person impersonating a black person. You know what I mean? Like when Jimmy Fallon did Chris Rock. That's not really black. We know
Yeah.
it's not blackface.
yeah.
But it's like Adam Carolla says, like, can the adults just have this conversation?
Yeah.
That's not blackface.
Yeah.
It's not like doing an Al Jolson like it's like you're doing an impersonation of Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Are we saying that white people can no longer do impersonations of black people? I guess so. That's what we're saying, which is fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was Carl Malone.
That was
Who
Jimmy. That
who
was
did
Jimmy
Karl
Kimmel.
Malone?
Oh, that was
did
Kimmel.
them all in the 90s. It was
Kimmel
happening all the
did Karl
time.
Malone.
Karl Malone, Chris Rock.
Yeah. Kimmel did Karl Malone says, and then he would just
Yeah.
proceed to give just a stupid piece of advice on the Man Show. The Man Show was great. We walked by Jimmy Kimmel Live with Cigar Guy recently. And Cigar Guy was like, fuck Jimmy Kimmel, dude. That guy is such a puss. And I will always respect him for the stuff he did with Adam Carolla on the radio or on the Man Show back in the day. And they're still friends, so I feel like I gotta respect him. But it is frustrating how many formerly cool comics now are just owned by corporate America, and all they can do is make fun of the democratically approved news points that day.
Right. Now, guys like that, like Bill, you might know more about this being super involved in Hollywood. I mean, like The Rock, for example, the guys at the top, are they basically paid to be voices for the left? Are they nudged that way?
I mean, I just think that that's what Hollywood is.
Yeah.
It's been that way for a long time. There's no room for right-wing thought or Republicans in Hollywood, really. So even if you are that way, like Chris Pratt is a perfect example. I mean, he's right-wing. He's Republican.
super right-wing.
Married to a Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Wait, Schwartz African American. But he is never going to actually publicly come out about his. He just won't show up at certain like left-leaning events sometimes,
Right.
and people are trying to drag him. He just stays out of it. But no one's going to be like Ben Shapiro and come out and like, I'm a proud Republican. You know, no one's going to say that in Hollywood.
The Ben Shapiro voice. Yeah, Adam Carolla had a pretty funny thought about this. He said the way to determine if somebody is a Republican in Hollywood is if you just don't know their political beliefs.
That's
if
true.
you go to their Wikipedia and there's no activism or political belief section, they're a Republican. If they just don't talk about politics, they're a Republican in Hollywood, most likely.
And the problem with the Republican Party, because, you know, that's one of the jokes I say. I said after getting COVID, it messed with my heart. It made it a little Republican. And I go, not all the way, but it moved the needle. We're going to move the needle. But
Right.
then you go to Texas, you live in Texas, and now the needle's fucking going back the other way.
Yeah.
Because, you know, all there's shit with gays, there's shit with abortion,
Yeah.
and there's shit with weed. Like, give it up.